Good morning, everyone. Happy Management Monday. How's everybody doing? How was your weekend? Everybody have a good weekend? What did you do for your weekend? Oh, well, there we go. All right. Let me mute that little thing there. All right. So it is Management Monday. Again, how was your weekend? I did not get much done at all. So I'm going to be playing catch up here for a minute. But I am enjoying the fall weather. I hope you are as well. My daughter doesn't like the fall weather. She likes it. I don't know what I just did. Yeah, I don't know what I just did. I just did something on Instagram. I hope you can see me on Instagram. I don't know what I just did, but I'm gonna carry on. Good morning. And I hope everybody again is doing well. This week we got some things going on. This is the last week of September, last week of the third quarter. And so we are, this week we're navigating compliance and legal issues. I know that's one of your favorite, right? Because it's one of mine, right? So we are talking about compliance and answering some questions. So this week, we'll be talking about what we'll be talking about. Okay, we will be talking about, let me get where I'm supposed to be here. We'll be talking about employee classifications. Okay, classifying your employees correctly. Misclassifying your employees can lead to huge fines. So you definitely don't want to do that. We'll be talking about, I'm trying to find that right page here. Common compliance mistakes and managing employee records. Okay, a little warm in here now. And handling legal issues in your business, which you should not absolutely not be doing alone. Okay. That's a little better. A little better. Okay. And we'll be talking about auditing your HR practices. Okay, so those are the things we're going to be talking about each day this week in the group. Okay. Again, common compliance mistakes, employee classification, managing employee records, handling legal issues, and auditing your HR practices. Again, things like handling legal issues need to be handled with an attorney. You know that already, right? Okay. And so we'll be talking about that this week. All week, we're talking about those issues in the group. So come on over and join us over in our free Facebook group. It is a private group. It's called Small Business Human Resource Management Success Hub. Okay. And while you're at it, be sure to like us on Facebook and share. Okay. So today we're talking about before we kicking off our week with 5 questions that you should HR compliance questions that you should be asking to ensure that you're meeting legal requirements. Okay, so we're talking about this week very important issues, folks. Very important issues. Challenges in your business. Okay, and all of these issues are issues that can really hurt your business if you're not doing them correctly. Okay, and so 5 questions that you should be asking, compliance questions, is: are you complying with federal, state, and local labor laws in your business? Okay, so you have to be aware of things such as like wage laws, classification, with our employee classification, exempt and non-exempt questions, regulations around breaks, time off, and working hours. So you want to stay informed about those issues. Okay, you know, in February we have the issue coming up, or the law coming up regarding the PTO, which is a heavily a law that is raising a lot of questions and conflict, and that is the law that's supposed to take place in February of 2025, wherein employees are allowed to do 3 no-call, no-shows without being terminated or reprimanded. And you know that consistently it has been employees are, you know, you can legally terminate an employee if there are 3 consecutive no calls, no show. Okay, so we're going to talk about that law a little bit more this week as well. Give you some information on that, new law that's supposed to take place in February of 2025. Okay. The second question is, do you have proper documentation on all your employees? Now, the thing to keep in mind on that is that during the pandemic, you know, the I-9s, and because we were hiring people, new hires electronically, then they were able to sign their documents electronically, and this, that, and the other. Okay, so good morning. And so that has changed. So it's back to where you should be making sure that your documents are updated in your things like I-9s and things like that. Okay. One of the things I found with small businesses, and this is just one thing that I've noticed, is that a lot of small businesses do not use their use a HR information system for onboarding when you absolutely should. Okay, it eliminates so many problems, so many concerns, and you know, it alleviates a lot of room for error. So one of the issues that I've seen a whole lot is with the I-9s, and that is where when the I-9s are completed, you know, there are certain parts where if the new hire had someone helping with them with completing the I-9, they need to indicate yes or no. And a lot of times new hires will skip right over that question. Well, when you have an HR information system, okay, that system will make sure that I-9 is completed completely, that is the signatures are in the correct place, that all of the questions are answered. Because if they're not answered and they're not answered to the satisfaction of where legality takes place, they can't complete that I-9. Okay. And the same is true for the W-4. Okay. So make sure you're using an HR information system. Okay. Please make sure. Now, HR information systems are so affordable. There are tons of them. Just make sure that you're getting one that is going to be cost effective for you and that's going to meet the needs of your organization, okay, of your company. Don't get hooked on all of the bells and whistles and all the pretty things and all the millions of things that are that the system is doing, because you don't need all of that. Okay, the thing that you want to do with your HR processes is simplify them, streamline and simplify. Okay, with your onboarding, with your payroll, with your performance management, with your progressive, you want to streamline. Okay, that's very important. It saves you a ton of headaches, I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so do you have proper documentation? So you have to ensure that they have complete and accurate documentation for including the I-9s, your tax forms, personnel files, and proper record keeping for audits and regulatory inspections. Okay, so make sure that you're doing that. Okay. All right. So number 3, are you correctly classifying your employees and independent contractors? This is a big one because it can cause you huge fines if you're misclassifying your employees. If you are saying, oh, I have all independent contractors, but they're actually employees, you can get in a world of trouble with that. Okay. Misclassifying employees can lead to huge penalties. So you want to make sure you're differentiating between the contractors and employees based on the IRS and Department of Labor guidelines. Okay. So that's number 3. Okay. It's very important. That's where you need to make sure, if you have any questions, you're reaching out to your attorney, or you have a HR manager in place that's going to make sure that these things are done correctly, or an HR consulting firm, however that looks out for you. If you have questions regarding the slightest questions regarding your employees, classifying employees, independent contractors, reach out to someone. Okay, that's very important. Number 4 is, are you following anti-discrimination and harassment laws? Okay, that's another one that can be result in huge, very costly fines and even lawsuits. Okay, so employers, you have to implement those policies that prevent workplace and harassment. Make sure there's training, that you conduct training at least once a year on the importance of anti-discrimination and harassment, what you're doing, that you have the policies and procedures in place to protect your employees. Okay. And that those policies are in place regarding, race, gender, disability, and all of these protected classes. Okay. So providing training is key to this. There are so many small business owners that do not do training. You have to do this training at least once a year. Now, it's not required by law, but you need to do that training once a year. Okay. And then the 5th question that you should be asking is, do you have an effective policy for handling employee grievances and disputes? We talk about the employee complaint system. That's what we're talking about. That's one of the modules that's in my Evergreen program, the HR Foundation. Is what processes do you have in place for your employees in the event that they have experienced they have a grievance, and do they know the procedure, the process? Do they know the steps to take? Okay, they shouldn't. If an employee has a complaint or grievance, it shouldn't take them over a day or two to find out how this is done. Okay, that's something that should be talked about in your new hire orientation, and it also should be talked about in the once a year. Once a year, you should do a review of your policies and procedures with your team, with your employees, so that you remind your employees of the importance of the policies and following the policies and the procedures that are in place. Okay, so having that clear process in place for your employees to report issues like discrimination, harassment, or unfair treatment will help to ensure that your grievances are handled timely and in a compliant manner. Okay, so that the investigations and documentations are done correctly to avoid legal risk. Okay, so those are the 5 questions that we have that you as a business owner should be asking. Okay. Number 1 is, are you complying with federal, state, and local labor laws? That's number 1. Number 2, do you have proper documentation for your employees? Do you? Okay. And number 3, are you correctly classifying your employees and your independent contractors? Okay, those are questions that you really need to be looking at and asking. Are you following anti-discrimination and harassment laws? Are you doing training in your business? Now, if you have questions regarding any of these things, please let me know. You can do it right here. Okay, you can do it right here. If you are looking for a training, you can get one off my website. Okay. And then number 5, do you have an effective process in place for handling grievances and disputes? And if you have it in place, do your employees know? Okay. Do they know the steps to take? Do they know what to do? Okay, so in the event that an employee has a grievance, or a grievance or a complaint, you don't want to make it that much more difficult because they don't know what to do. Okay, so those are 5 questions, and again, we'll be talking this week. We'll be navigating the employee compliance. We're navigating compliance, spit it out, and legal issues. Okay, the gritty stuff that you may put to the side, that you absolutely cannot afford to put to the side. Jumpstart HR did an article recently that said that startup companies are failing miserably when it comes to implementing and executing HR strategies. Okay, you need to get the help that you need. Okay, that's very important. All right, you don't want to be losing sleep over HR issues in your business. Okay, so that's what we have. Before I jump off, let me tell you about a couple things. If you want an HR consult regarding an HR challenge you have in your business, We help. I'm glad to help you with that. Um, as you know, I am an expert small and mid-sized business partner, consultant, and visionary, and I help small businesses with 5 to 50 employees to manage their employees and grow their business. And we do that in 4 ways. Okay. One, we do so through our HR management program where we are your HR manager. Okay. It's a monthly subscription where we actually are your HR manager. Okay. The second one is we offer one-on-one HR consulting. That's what I was just speaking about. If you have an HR challenge, we do one-on-one consulting. Okay. The third way is we offer group coaching and done for you HR foundation. So that the HR foundation done for you, we go in and set up your HR processes and your programs. We do your employee, we put your processes in place, either update or create your employee handbook from scratch. We do your new hire orientation. Okay, and all of those are branded. You receive all of the HR forms for each module. So we have that program. And then the fourth one is we offer trainings. Okay, we offer a number of trainings to help you manage and grow your business through your HR strategies. Okay. And processes and procedures. Okay. So that's the 4 ways that we help. Right now, I am looking for 4 small or mid-sized business owners to work with free for 30 days. Okay. 30 days. This is it's a complimentary program to help you to get your HR handbook in place, updated or created from scratch, your new hire orientation, your employee employment package, onboarding experience, and your HR information system. You have one in place. If not, we'll recommend one. Okay. This program is free. I'm only doing it for 4 people, 4 business owners. Okay. And so there's an application. There are a few requirements. One is you have to be a business in business for at least 3 years. This has to be a legitimate business, not a gig. It has to be an employee as a business. Okay. You have to have a minimum of 5 employees, not a minimum of 5 independent contractors, but at least 5 employees and no more than 50. Okay. And the last thing is you have to work with me consistently on the same page so that we can get this program done. This program is normally a $4,000 program. Okay. I'm doing it free for 4 business owners. You have to be a U.S. company as well. Okay, it has to be U.S. It can be a nonprofit also, but it has to be U.S. Okay, so I am right now going to drop the link. I have it here. So I'm going to drop right quick. Link to the application. I'm going to put it here. Okay. All righty. I don't know what I did on Instagram. I did something. I hope it's still recording. Okay, so that's the link for that. And also we are it's moved to the second week in October. I'm doing a 5-day um, HR boot camp. We'll go 5 days on five HR issues. We'll do 2 hours each day. And more information on that is coming around today. So if you have if there's an HR problem that you have, let me know, okay? Because this HR boot camp is one that I want to address the issues that you are readily having in your business, so we can get them solved for you, okay? Sound good? Okay, so you can drop if you have an HR problem, whatever that you're losing sleep over, let me know below, okay? Don't forget about our Freedom Friday HR question. You can submit that on any of our platforms, okay? We select your question, we answer it Fridays, right? And you receive a gift. Okay, sound good? All righty. All right, so there we go. That's what I have for you today. Don't forget to follow our YouTube channel. It is April Halliburton, all for HR Biz. So come on over there and follow us. We have a lot of helpful tidbit videos and videos with tips on HR issues, labor relation issues, employee relation issues. So great info on there on our YouTube channel. Okay, and don't forget to join. Come on over to the Small Business Human Resource Management Success Hub. Okay. All right, folks. So that's what I have for you today on this Management Monday. Okay. If you'd like to consult with me, you have an HR issue, have a problem that you need help with, you can schedule a consult here. And or we can check and see on a 10-minute call if we're a good fit for any of our programs. Okay, that's the HR Foundation program or working one-on-one on your HR issues. Okay. All right, folks, that's what I have today. So listen, if you haven't had a chance, be sure to follow us on Instagram at All for HR. We're on Twitter at All for HR. We're on Facebook at All for HR and Business Solutions. We're on YouTube, All for HR Biz. And we are on Tumblr at All for HR. We're on LinkedIn at All for HR and Business Solutions. And we also have a group on a LinkedIn group, which is All for HR Works for You. Okay. Don't forget that business can be like a circus. Don't let HR be the elephant in the room. Okay. Enjoy the cool weather. I'm loving it. All right. And I want you to stay safe and be kind. All right. All right. I will check you guys out tomorrow on our Top Talent Tuesday. Have a wonderful one, everyone.